What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Montyverse. Today, we're going to be giving our reaction to episode 1 of the HBO Max series, The Last of Us. And I'm really excited to see this. We have a friend, John Lestrina, a member of the Montyverse, who is a huge fan of The Last of Us, and he has done a lot of reactions on the channel, and he tells us that we should be really excited for this series. But Nikki, are you ready to watch The Last of Us?
I'm ready. I honestly know very little about it, but I've heard nothing but great things about the games, and so I had some anticipation for the show, so I'm ready to go.
All right, well, let's do it, guys. We're jumping in to The Last of Us Season 1, Episode 1 right now.
Yes, a new virus in Madagascar, say, could be in Chicago within a matter of weeks, and we end up with a global pandemic. Pan meaning all, the whole world becomes sick.
That has a new meaning as of late.
Yeah, you think?
You do think microorganisms pose a threat?
Oh, in the most dire terms.
Bacteria?
No.
You like saying no.
Yeah.
So,
Fungus. Fungi seem harmless.
ABC.
No otherwise. Where do we get LSD from?
where do you get it from?
A fungus. Viruses can make us ill, but fungi can alter our very minds. Fungus starts to direct the ant's behavior, telling it where to go, what to do, like a puppeteer with a marionette. And it gets worse.
Ant-Man crossover.
Wouldn't that be a show?
It keeps its puppet alive by preventing decomposition.
Dr. Schoenheiss, you're in distress.
Fungal infection of this kind is real, but not in humans.
Yeah.
Ah.
For instance, the world were to get slightly warmer.
Oh gosh.
Cordyceps, aspergillus, any one of them could become...
He's not a very fun guy.
I see what you did there.
And there are no treatments for this, no preventatives, no cures. They don't exist. It's not even possible to make them.
So if that happens,
We lose.
That was...
So in other words, global warming sucks.
What a great opening.
Oh yeah.
Wow. That was really good. Informative, but engaging. Like, I was engaged the entire time.
Oh yeah. Like, and that's even despite kind of having an idea of what's a precursor to.
It kind of gives us an idea of like, oh, these are not your typical like zombies.
Yeah.
I love this opening too, the different fungal growths.
Right. And the fact that it's going back that far in 68. Like, just kind of thinking of like, okay.
Because that's something that probably would have been on like a talk show back then. Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah, a news program. I don't know if that was in the game or not. Someone let me know. Someone in the comments. Like, because we have not played the game, and I made sure not to play the remastered version intentionally to do this reaction, so... Someone in the comments let us know. 2003. Pretty banger year. Was Instinct still a band back then? Gotta be, right?
I want to say yes, but I was pretty young, so... Survivor! Okay, so there's Destiny's Child.
This is a sick bedroom. She loves all the things.
Avril! Oh yeah, okay, this was a banger year then.
Yeah, pretty banger year.
I definitely had that album and was obsessed with reading along the lyrics.
Whoa, Pedro.
You know, I don't really like pancakes.
I know you don't like them. It's for mine.
At least she's honest.
Like her already.
Vitamin C.
Yes, that's important.
Sure, it's inside out. Pretty much a sign for him wearing it multiple days usually.
Yeah.
You get your homework done? Fractions?
How old are you again?
36.
Gonna have to wear diapers soon.
Who says I don't already? Shell.
Calcium.
Hey, you still alive, you old fucker.
He loves you.
He's dependent on me. Not the same.
I think it's the same.
It's definitely the same. I thought we was having pancakes.
I like Gabriel Luna. I'm a big fan of his work.
Oh my god, I was trying to like... I can't believe I didn't recognize him offhand.
No, I'd be done by 9. By 9, right? Yeah. I'll bring back a cake. I promise. Jakarta. Where is that, Middle East?
Doesn't ring a bell. It's definitely a country. Maybe part of Asia.
Jakarta isn't a country. Being a part of Asia isn't mutually exclusive with being a country, and in fact, it's the capital of Indonesia.
Shit.
Hope for us yet?
Your t-shirt's inside out.
Man, I love Pedro Pascal.
Keep losing it.
Some would say that Pedro is a daddy.
I think I'm
And
aware
when I
of-
say some people, I mean me.
I was gonna say I know one person at least who says that.
I would say that.
We got a lot of extra here. Y'all want some biscuits?
Dad, you love biscuits.
I do. But I'm on acid. It's, you know what? We gotta run, but Sarah will be by later. She'll stay as long as you want. Tell you all about Atkins.
Love how time accurate this is in dietary needs.
Oh God, the sound of someone coughing.
Wow,
Especially in today's world.
they're really leaning into the. It makes sense for a show like this. It makes sense
Oh, yeah.
to lean into that,
Right.
pandemic, fear, scare.
Right. It's just unfortunately more relevant than ever.
But again, they're using that to their advantage, and I think that's smart.
Oh yeah.
I love food trucks. Oh man, I thought we were gonna get a food truck
I
seat.
know, right?
That's it?
Okay, 30.
20's good.
It's a spring. I'll do it right now.
Wait, why would you turn down the 30 if he offered?
No, she's fixing it.
Oh.
He's very clearly fixing it.
That's my own fault.
You should go home.
Okay, that's pretty ominous.
Yeah.
Well, no, there was just a lot of police and stuff on the road today.
Well, that's
Smart
great,
kid.
isn't it? People out there need to get right with Jesus. 3 nails plus 1 cross equals 4 given.
I'm sure that's exactly what it is.
All right.
Chocolate chip?
Raisin.
That would be my reaction as well, to be fair.
The show feels so tense. I don't know why, but I'm just so tensed out right now.
I think it's just because, like, we have a vague anticipation of what's coming.
I love how everything is so slow,
Mhm.
and there's a lack of score.
Be right there.
Well, oh gosh. What is going on? What is she doing?
Hey, Mrs. Ad.
Oh, the dog knows.
The dogs always
The
know.
dogs know, man. That's why dogs are the best.
Mhm.
I love how we're just seeing everything start to get more intense from Sarah's perspective.
Right, but it's going slowly. Like
Yeah.
it's not rushing to anything. And I think it's creating kind of the tense atmosphere they want to convey.
Lock the door for once.
Come on, man.
I'll get us one tomorrow.
Swear. Or you don't get your present.
You got me a present?
Swear. Fixed it for you.
Did you?
What?
I don't hear anything.
That was lame. They're lame.
That is lame, to be fair.
Man,
Where'd you get the money
they're
for
so
this?
good. They have great
Nice.
chemistry.
I sell hardcore drugs.
It's better when you don't fall asleep.
Of course I won't. It's too evident.
Man, this is great. Oh man, I remember those phones.
I know. It's one of those things where it's like the second you see an iPhone, you know they messed up, but they didn't.
I wonder if we ever find out like what happened to the mother situation.
Right.
And you can let me know in the comments, but don't spoil it. If we do, just say a yes or no would suffice. Thank you. What the? Are those Transformers blowing up?
Wow, that'd be a sick twist, though.
No, not actual, like the green light, like electrical transformer. I understand why you think that, though. I should have been more specific.
No, it's on me.
Usually those green explosions are transformers on power lines blowing up.
Gotcha. That makes way more sense.
Yeah, probably, right?
Dad?
But imagine it was Transformers and this was a swerve. Dog. Somebody better save that dog.
Oh my god, both of you get inside.
If something happens to that dog, John Wick's coming. Sarah, get in the house.
The dog is literally telling you.
Come on, let's get you.
No, oh god.
Don't investigate the noises.
Mrs. Adler?
The dog had the instincts to not go back. Follow the lead.
No. Oh. What the?
Oh my god, no, 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 no.
Get out of there. Get out of there. Oh my gosh. Oh. What the?
Get the truck! Right now!
What are we doing, Joe?
Oh, I guess that's what they're doing.
Oh my god, get in the truck.
Go.
Baby, I'm sorry.
Joel, we gotta go.
Sarah, listen to me. It's not just the Adlers. But we're gonna be brave, and we're gonna get out of this.
Yep, those are definitely Transformers, and not the robots in disguise.
Denise, you get back inside the house!
No, don't go check on them.
Okay, the question is where exactly are they going now, though?
I don't know. That's it, Sarah. Be brave. You got this.
What are you doing? Got a kid, Joe. So do we. Keep driving.
We can put you in the bag.
Somebody else will come along.
I mean, it's tough because it's like
That's pretty hardcore, Joel.
it is, but at the same time, I can understand his own fear.
Yeah, I get it, but
Like, if they didn't have their, like he said, if you didn't have your own kid, it's like you would probably feel a little bit less.
yeah, you're probably right. Can
All right, hang on.
Oh God.
Isn't that good?
It's good for them, but that's the highway we're trying to get to.
All right, keep moving. Head north.
Could be a lot of people.
We can't go south. We can't go east. We can't go west. How else are we supposed to go?
Joel's definitely got his shit together.
At the same time, how is he positive that where they're going is safe?
He
Maybe
doesn't,
it's
but
Yeah, exactly.
he can't think like that.
Maybe there's nowhere to go.
Can't think like that right now.
Oh God.
And this camera angle is really good.
Oh yeah.
All right, keep going. Keep going.
Oh my gosh.
Tell me you can't stop here.
I can't drive through them.
Are you serious? Just keep
Oh
No.
my god.
back, 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 back.
This is so claustrophobic right now.
All right. Yeah.
Just keep driving.
Dad?
Move. Move.
Oh god! What just happened?
Stay right there. Don't move.
Ah,
Are you okay? okay? Are you okay?
My ankle.
We gotta get off the street!
Oh!
Tommy! Tommy! Tommy!
Dude, don't go back and check.
Head to the river, I'll find a way. Get her out of here, Joe, go!
We can't leave him.
He'll be fine. Can you run? No. You keep your eyes on me, okay? Okay. You don't look anywhere else.
This seems like a bad idea. Oh god.
Oh.
Oh no. Get out of there, Joel.
Hurt, her ankle. Stop right there. Okay. Easy now. We're not sick.
What about Uncle Tommy?
We're gonna get you somewhere safe first. Then we'll go back for him, okay? Yes, sir.
No.
Sir. We are not sick!
Oh, piece of shit.
No, 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 no.
I'm sorry. Please don't.
What? Alright, well, I guess they found Tommy.
Yeah.
Oh. No. No.
Okay. You're okay. You're okay. Move your hand, baby. Oh, I know, baby. I know. Come on, baby. You're okay. I know, baby. I know. I know this hurts. You're gonna be okay. All right. Baby, listen to me. I gotta get you up, okay? I gotta get you up. I know. Tommy, help me! Joe. Come on, baby girl. I gotta get you up. Come on, get up. Come on, baby girl.
No. Fuck.
Come on.
Holy shit, man. Oh my god. That's fucked up. Sorry, I was wiping my eyes. Did that say 20 years later or 30 years
It's
later?
a 20. It's a 20.
Oh my god. How far into this episode? We're only 35 minutes into this episode, and they're gonna hit me in the friggin' damn it. That sucked.
Alright, so this is what would be the present day now.
Oh yeah, 2023. Man, I feel bad for these people. They live in a world with no TikTok. With no iPhone. Boston. I wonder if Mark Wahlberg still lives there. Can you imagine it cuts to post-apocalyptic Boston and there's a statue of Mark Wahlberg there? I need like a palate cleanser. I need like some jokes to happen right now because I'm devastated. I'm emotionally drained right now.
No, I just don't know how soon you're gonna get any of that, if at all.
Okay, well that's informative.
Mm-hmm. But a lot of years to figure that out.
Did they just kill that little kid? What is it with the show and killing kids? Can we take a chill? Can we just let the kids live for a second?
I don't know if he died, at least not yet.
People gotta burn bodies. Joel.
Can't.
Told you! These MFers are friggin' murdering kids, man. Burning bodies. How gruesome. Like, this is just the first episode.
Yeah.
Oh my god, and they have to clean the ashes too? Same people? Like, why not rotate different people in?
I mean, maybe they do, but
Even as a, what is he, 56-year-old man, Pedro Pascal's still a daddy.
yeah.
He didn't lose his daddiness.
Oh God.
Post-apocalyptic cigarettes. Currency. I don't know what the currency is, but it's worth it.
I think they said ration cards
Okay.
earlier.
Hydro.
How about we just let it go?
And a tour from Fringe. Love that show.
My guys fucked you up.
Yeah, so discipline them. You cut off her finger or whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. They're your fucking bodies.
I like her already.
Yeah.
So are we good?
Oh. Oh gosh. Oh.
Oh.
He's not good.
Not at all. Blood trail is definitely not a good sign.
No, definitely not a good sign. Oh god. Oh gosh.
Free Boston now, motherfuckers!
They're shooting. They're shooting at us.
On your knees!
Oh no, I'm not a.
Oh god.
I'm not a firefly.
Bella Ramsey. AKA the badass from Game of Thrones.
Count slowly and clearly from 1 to 10.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Slowly and clearly.
8. Fuck you. Let me out or you're gonna pay, motherfuckers! I'm not supposed to be here!
What's this, Clerks?
I was literally thinking of Dante.
Not even supposed to be here today. Bella Ramsey is a badass. I don't think she ever plays anything besides badasses because she's just a badass in real life, probably.
I agree.
When I'm sleeping, Gabriella listens, or my son, the smart one. Not the If Tommy responded, we'd know.
And you're talking to the tower.
Every day.
So Tommy's still
Gave
alive.
me a message. There are raiders. There are slavers.
But you're sure Tommy's okay?
All right, 20 years for the entire world to go to shit. Guess we know that. I'm surprised it took that long. This is such an interesting world. Like, I would love to know just all the details.
Oh, and like how all the systems came
Like
to
the
be.
currency, like housing,
Like what cities, like we know Boston, Orlando, like have some semblance of civilization, but like how, like what is the population right now and all that?
Oh, they still got alcohol.
It wouldn't be humanity without it.
Yep. Can make that. Can make that in a toilet. Like toilet wine.
Or drugs.
Oh, yeah, I mean, the government's making drugs, not a surprise there. Well, I guess they're sleeping pills.
Mm.
Come on, you know these guys born after the outbreak never learned how to argue. They just started swinging. Fucking 19-year-olds.
And aren't they all dead anyway?
How's that any different from people now? From 19-year-olds now?
True.
Well, now they, instead of fighting, they would TikTok dance.
Right.
They would just TikTok this lady.
No, I promised Robert that you wouldn't hurt him. But I would very much like for you to. So let's go hunt that motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
And get our battery and our truck. And then we'll go find Tommy.
Tell them to follow fucking orders.
Hell yeah.
You two go to
Not
South
really.
Street.
I mean,
now.
people shouldn't blindly follow orders.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That was just the way she said it was pretty bad.
Time. If you fight for 20 years and you get nowhere, you're not a rebellion. Just spray paint.
Did they really start like as soon as it happened though?
Well, probably not. Probably an exaggeration.
Here.
I'm so everything. I'm so intrigued by everything.
Whatever you need.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it takes.
We'll get her where she needs to go.
Why is she so important? I love how everyone just communicates with nods.
Yeah.
In this world.
Hey, friend. Don't worry, I don't want anything. But if you're feeling lost...
You tell me to look for the light and I'll break you.
Covered by surprise.
Pay this fucker back.
Oh yeah. Pay him back.
How about we start with thank you?
For what?
For saving your life? I am the one who told him not to shoot you, if you recall.
They put me there when I was a baby. It's for orphans.
Oh god.
They didn't put you there. I did. Ellie.
What?
Am I fucking mom or something?
And look what I'm about to tell you cannot be repeated to anyone. Because if you do, I assure you, you will die.
That's intense.
Oh,
Oh,
of course.
Secrets are no fun unless you share with everyone. Come on, man. Give me something. Oh god.
Oh, shit.
Oh god.
This one's done.
Yeah. I know, I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, just the imagery.
Very disturbing. Oh god.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, I guess I don't gotta worry about him.
Well, the battery's no good.
Yeah.
He still tried to sell it
What an asshole.
twice.
I feel like if you see people who are dead in this world, you'd like run the hell away.
Well, the problem is like it was probably because he tried to sell them a bad battery.
Right, but I'm just saying, just to be safe.
Oh god.
Joel?
Marlene?
She's got this look in her eye, man.
Shit! No, it's okay. I'll be alright. And to answer your question, I need it for a better reason than you do. No offense, but Tommy's just one man. It's our business to know things.
To know things. You're the cause of it. You turned my own brother against me.
We were gonna move Ellie out of the zone tonight. But we won't make it anywhere like this, not for a while anyway. So now I'm thinking you're gonna do it.
The hell we are.
them.
Who is she?
To you, she's cargo.
We don't smuggle people. Sorry.
I can do it. Kim, you don't have a fucking ear on your fucking head. Could you please?
Oh my god, she doesn't have an ear!
Second we hand that kid over.
Y'all talk it through, but please remember that I'm bleeding out.
If not, we kill her there and then.
Deal.
Really?
You are all that matters. Joel. Don't fuck this up.
Yikes.
Please.
Man, I guess they dried off really quick because they're not leaving behind any water trails. And her hair is
looks
completely dry.
Give us a minute, all right?
What the fuck?
I like Ellie.
So what's the plan?
Who's Bill and Frank? The radio's a smuggling code, right? 60s song, they don't have anything new. 70s, they got new stuff. What's 80s?
Smart kid.
What are you doing?
Killing time.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
I'm sure you'll figure that out. So what's the deal with you anyway? You some kind of bigwig's daughter or something?
Something like that. Oh, the radio came on when you were sleeping.
What? What was the song?
They kept saying, like wake me up before you go.
Shit.
Gotcha. 80s means trouble. Code broken.
Infection and insurrection. Not a good tagline.
It's very propaganda-y.
Yeah, in the worst way possible. This kind of reminds me of Attack on Titan. With the wall.
Oh god, you're right.
Holy shit, I'm actually outside. Oh
This guy's taking a leak. I mean, literally all that time while he was zipping up his ding. Oh, he's his boy.
Yeah.
Oh.
You gotta be shitting me. All off. Risk my job for half off. Out of your fucking mind.
Oh God.
Hey, what the fucking bitch? Move.
Oh God, he's got PTSD.
Oh, I don't blame him.
I don't blame him either.
Oof.
Oh shit.
I'm not sick! I'm not sick! Look! Look! This is 3 weeks old. Nobody lasts more than a day. Does this look a day old to you? You would have killed me! You fucking kill me. When did it happen? It doesn't matter. You have to trust me. They're gonna catch us if we don't run.
Joel, we gotta move. We gotta move, Joel!
What is
I mean, it makes sense when Marlene said that if anyone found out, they'd kill her.
Yeah, but this show is... I love the pacing. It goes from so slow to just a mile a minute. Definitely can't play the song that's playing for copyright reasons.
Yeah. It is a bop, though.
It is a bop. So 80s trouble, right? So that means there's trouble. Wow. Bravo. That was a strong premiere. Wow. I got chills. That was a great episode.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah, Gabriel and Anna Torv. Oh, man, that thing just... I mean, I spoke about this like a second ago, but I have to applaud the pacing of this episode.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, like, because the second I saw the runtime being almost an hour and a half, I was just like, oh, God. Like, I wasn't sure if it was going to feel too long, or it's like, why isn't this just a movie then? But no, I think everything was great to actually establish everything without giving it all away immediately.
It's fantastic in the sense of it almost plays in two parts. You have the beginning, the opening, essentially, with Joel, Tommy, and Sarah, which, again, very slow. We see things unfolding from Sarah's perspective in the pre-existing world, in the old world, I should say, at this point. And then, boom, everything happens all at once, and then you don't stop. It's like, go, go, go. And you're picking up things as they're moving.
Right.
And that, to me, is so well-paced. And I really, really love that so, so much. And then, on the flip side, then you essentially reintroduce us into this new world from Joel's perspective, which is why I'm glad we did it through Sarah's perspective the first time.
Right.
Because now we have the Joel's perspective of the modern-day world. And, again, very slowly paced. But again, you're intrigued because of all the little details passing, and things are starting to unfold. You're starting to pick up on the details, and then boom, everything happens, and the ending is just like boom, 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 all of these things.
Right, but even then,
so good.
Right, and I think that's a strength to this, to where it would have been if they only had what they had in the beginning with the before time, so to say, and like that was it. Then on the one hand, it doesn't feel like a clear introduction to the show, but if you just jump straight into it, I think that could also be a lot. So I think they played with both ends of that pretty well in terms of just introducing you to everything, but as you said, at a very good pace.
Yeah, the pacing was so well done for me. The world building is so fantastic because I'm so intrigued by the post-apocalyptic modern day world of The Last of Us. Again, I purposely avoided anything for the game when I found out this show was coming out because I wanted to experience it. I feel like playing the game would have been a spoiler, and I wanted to experience this and judge it from a TV show perspective. And I'm so intrigued by this world. I don't know how it seems pretty accurate. I don't know what the video game's like, but let me know in the I was gonna say I think it's accurate, but I have no firm reference. People, let me know in the comments. Do you think it was accurately portrayed? Because I feel like a lot of those shots, especially the the shot in the car.
Oh, God.
Where you're looking at it from Sarah's perspective in the back.
Right, like it's a first person, like no matter which way you're looking at it.
That felt very, very video game to me, and I really loved that.
It was video gamey without feeling gimmicky.
Yes,
and that's,
exactly.
And that's the best part about that.
It used the video game first person perspective to enhance the storytelling.
Right, because that's always a nice thing as well, is when you have kind of a variety of shots and viewpoints, but don't ever overuse one of them, because like this isn't like hardcore Henry or anything like that. They used it when it was strategic.
Yes. I'm very, very impressed. I'm very, very happy. I really enjoyed this episode. I think we're so strong.
Exactly. I mean, you mentioned also the cinematography, like, and obviously all the performances were incredible. And I think that's because you could kind of say, yeah, the beginning, I guess you could almost call it a prologue with Sarah. Like,
yeah, definitely.
They were from what we saw, like they were just totally average people. But I think her actress especially, but I think they got you invested very easily just because of how natural and authentic everyone felt. But again, it also, like, we spent just enough time with them before everything went to shit.
Yeah, and then it's so beautiful because that prologue, I think it's so important to the rest of the story because we get because there's almost a dichotomy between that prologue and Joel's relationship, because yeah, we don't spend a lot of time with them, and yeah, they're an average family, but I think we definitely see the connection, especially between Joel, Sarah, and Tommy, is very strong. Like, Tommy's your typical fuck up brother, I guess, but Joel still loves him, and he still loves Joel and Sarah.
Right.
And Sarah and Joel, just through the dialogue and through the chemistry between that young actress and Pedro Pascal, they had great chemistry. They have a great relationship. I love the way they talk to each other, like, very jokey. Like, you could tell he very much loved his daughter. And then you're reintroduced to Joel in this post-apocalyptic world, and, you know, he meets Ellie, and then he's kind of cold to her and distant and kind of a dick to her. And you have that flip. You have those two scenes with the soldiers.
Right.
You have that scene with Sarah, and then you have that scene with Ellie. And it's so beautifully done to bookend this episode. Well, not really bookend, but ends the prologue and ends the episode.
Right. It's a throwback in a way that felt the most appropriate to also show kind of like the emotions running high with him, and like you said, he clearly has PTSD from what happened with Sarah. So it's kind of, I think that's probably, I'm assuming it's going to play in the dynamic he has with Ellie throughout the show.
And what I love most is that Joel is not your typical. He's not your typical, like, superhero, like, good guy.
Right.
Like, he's complicated. He's complex. He has layers. He's not a saint. In the prologue, he was willing to leave that family behind. He's like, F it, I got my daughter to protect. Let's go. He makes hard choices.
Which I think is how you have to be in this kind of world in order to survive.
It also makes him interesting because you really don't know what he's going to do.
Right.
Like, you don't, like, when he just loses it at the end, like, it feels justified. Like,
right.
But it's totally in character for the Joel that it's so good. It's such good character work.
Right.
It really is.
And I think honestly a lot of that could be said for Tess as well, who I think is also awesome. Because
Yes.
like they're both super rugged or rough around the edges, but I think it's just all about being survivalist in this case, to where it's
tough.
like
They're
they're
SOBs.
They're thinking quickly. They're not like being overly emotional or attached to stuff. They're trying to be rational.
Yeah,
and
they're survivors.
Right.
They're surviving. You know, and Tess is a great character. Anna Torv, really glad to see her in something great again after Fringe. Loved Fringe. I really do. I was a big Fringe fan. So seeing her as Tess, playing a character as cool as Tess, I think Tess is so cool. I like the little group they got going on, Tess,
Yeah.
Joel, and Ellie. I think there's so much sass and badassery going on.
Yeah. I mean, Bella Ramsey.
So good.
Who I did. What did you say she was in before?
Game of Thrones.
Okay, which I haven't seen.
Lyanna Mormont. She was a badass in Game of Thrones.
And
she
she's still-
essentially made grown men listen to her as a young female child in
But
the
that-
Game of Thrones universe.
But that's what I was gonna say. It's like she's already young here, so I can't imagine how young she was in that.
So good. She was so good in that. So good in this.
Mhm.
Bella Ramsey. Take your flowers, Bella. You killed it. Take your Pedro, Anna Torv, everybody take your flowers. This was good TV. I have to watch my, like, when I'm editing this, I'm gonna rewatch my because I was so focused on the
Yes.
episode in such a good way.
Yeah.
I was never bored. I was never like, oh man, this is dragging. I was so invested, and I'm like, tell me more. I want to know more. What's going on? What are these ration cards all about? Like,
but that's what I actually really like, and I think what they did super well is they told us enough. Like, they didn't give us basically like they didn't like vomit the plot on us in terms of like this is how this system got set up. This is how ration cards were introduced. Like, we didn't
keeps you engaged.
You engage with it. It was very much show don't tell, and the biggest thing is without like divulging everything. I'm selfishly glad they at least showed us what the secret was that Marlene wanted Ellie to keep.
Yeah, and it was a great reveal.
Yeah, which I felt, for me, it's like, that's what I kind of thought it was, so that part I thought was a teensy bit, but at the same time, we don't know all the details, so that's why I think it's still intriguing enough.
Absolutely. That's great. I think the cinematography was really great in this episode. You have
the set design is perfect.
So good. I mean, the stuff in the house in the beginning feels completely different from the chase sequence, the runaway sequence at the end of the prologue, which feels like a completely different show we're watching. Then to the post-apocalyptic world with all the faded colors, and just the design of it. Just wow, so good.
It was so good.
I'm so impressed. This was a great pilot. I think it's a lot stronger. This might be one of the strongest pilots I've seen in a very long time.
The big thing I was thinking is, this is possibly, like, just based on this pilot alone, the best video game to screen adaptation.
Oh, see, I can't really judge that because I've never played The Last of Us, so I can't really speak from a video game perspective. But in terms of just TV,
I was gonna say it's in terms of the finished adapted product.
In terms of quality, this is high quality. They invested. You could tell they invested so much into this.
Right.
Time, effort, money, all invested into creating something that
is an actual narrative.
That I think that the creators of the game would be. I think that Neil Druckmann, the guy who created The Last of Us, is heavily involved in this. He should be proud. I mean, wow, this is really good. I don't know if this is the game,
right?
But whatever this is really good.
I was gonna say, obviously, we can't speak to how much like the existing game and the way the story is told through there like translates here. But again, I think in terms of a single finished narrative product, it's stronger than, at least for me, the other video game adaptations I've seen, which is not a high bar.
Yep. So good. So, I mean, guys, I'm so excited for the next episode. I want to know your thoughts, though. Tell us in the comments what, like, any of the video game players, any fans of The Last of Us, let us know what you think, because I really want to hear your feedback from an outsider, from someone who's a fan of TV and cinema. I want to know, did you guys enjoy it? Do you guys think this is a very well done adaptation? Do you think that this does the video games justice? Because the video games are highly praised. They're award-winning, highly critically praised video games. So I want to let you guys tell me in the comments down below your thoughts, because we'd really like to read that. We would really like to know. I'm curious anyway.
Right. Just, if you can, keep spoilers to a minimum.
As few spoilers as possible. Thanks, guys. We appreciate you. But yeah, I think that's going to wrap it up. I'm excited.
I am too. Like, this is different than the normal kind of stuff I watch, so I'm glad that we took the time to give it a shot.
Oh, I was gonna watch this no matter what, and I'm so excited. I'm bouncing off the walls right now. I'm so excited. That was good. That was really good. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up, subscribe, notification bell to stay up to date on all of our latest content. And Nikki, where can the people find you?
You can find me at Twitter at EdLordNikki.
And you guys can find me, thank you. You guys can find me all over the socials at The Montyverse. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all over the place at The Montyverse. And until next time, guys, stay versed.